Oh no, you can. Oh, whoops. Ow! We know your tricks.
I was like, why would you want to put this back
going on, everyone? Tim here, TRD Adventures. Hope everyone's all well there. As always, thanks for tuning in. Much appreciated. So today we have the new H10 Optic from Vanquish RC, the new RTR 1/10 buggy. So we had that crawling footage there in the beginning. I hope you did enjoy that. Nothing super crazy, but I did have some free time in the morning, so I wanted to take it out, at least get it through its main runs, you know, just kind of see how everything went, how everything felt, any weak points or anything like that. And overall, I had a blast with the truck. It was actually really fun taking it out there. Obviously, it's not kind of like super crawler based, and I don't have an area where I can, you know, do real cool buggy things, so I just kind of got a little mashup of both, kind of what I can do. And honestly, overall, I was very happy with the crawling capabilities. You know, it is a straight axle truck. These axles are the new H10 axles, front and rear there, so they are a touch wider than like your standard F10 straight axles. And I did compare width-wise, I forgot the measurement, but they are wider than like the F10 straight axles and stuff like that. So it is straight axle and everything else. So it is a little, you know, lower planted vehicle. So like some side hill and stuff like that overall was pretty good. But, you know, anything like your extreme breakover, stuff like that, it is kind of going to belly up a little bit. And we'll kind of go into those details later on. But first, kind of go over everything that I did to it, because yes, of course, I did not take it out stock, and there are already plenty of stock unboxing videos going over all the stock capabilities and stock driving. So go ahead and put my spin on everything here and took it out. So first off, visually here, we'll start with wheels and tires. So these are 2.2 Mavericks from Shift RCs in the high res. When these got released, I really like these wheels, and I grabbed two sets. One set for my class 2, and I was like, I really like that wheel, I'm just going to grab an extra set. And then lo and behold, the H10 got released, and I saw the blue panels. Was like, the high res and the blue is going to work really good. So I thought that color combo came out pretty good. For tires, these are the 1.9 proline Trepadors. So they're a 1.9 tire, but they're 4.9 inches tall. So a little bit height there I thought was pretty good with the straight axle. And then for foams, I have the 4.9 dual stage anti-foams from Trepadors RC in there. And also with the wheels, I do have a set of the 2.2 brass inner wheel clamps from Shift RCs for these Mavericks. Just wanted to get a little extra weight there in the front. I thought, you know, it's not going to hurt, so went ahead and got those brass rings in there too. And then shocks, nothing wrong with the stock shocks. I just wanted to change them out, and I had a set of the 90mm voodoo shocks in the drawer, and they were blue and they matched everything. So I went ahead and put them on. I did have the spring caps change out to the droop setup, so everything just kind of sets down nice and low there. Overall, the shocks are really good. I still have plenty of travel and flexibility and everything for my taste on that type of stuff. And for electronics, went ahead and changed all that out. For steering servo, we have the Trepadors RC G13 Pro servo in there, and then motor and ESC. So for motor, we have the 1600 kV Acis Ten motor from Trepadors RC. Yeah, 1600 kV, but I do run this on 4S, and 4S with the 1600 has plenty of pep in it for me, so we're plenty good there. And ESC, I did have an extra 45 amps on Assasin ESC, so I did get that swapped in there, so I was able to keep everything nice and quiet, and it can handle the 4S power and all that good stuff. And because this does have, not that I really needed it, but it did have a spot for a winch there in the front already when you pull the panels and everything off, so I had an extra Reef's IS300 comp spec internal spool winch, so we just put that in there, nice and easy, bolted it right down, got everything hooked up. And I went ahead and paired everything up to my Noble there, just for the extra channels. Everything had the stock ones only a 4-channel, and I do have a BEC with mine, and I wanted to run some lights, so I needed more than just the stock 4 channels that come on the radio. So I went ahead and put in an extra Fly Sky receiver and got everything paired up, because I did add a little red chase light back here, and I am planning on getting last little bit here, I do have a proline light bar that I ordered for the front, so I needed a couple extra channels for lights and stuff like that. I said all the part swapping, the build, everything actually was pretty easy to work on and everything like that, especially with like the easy access for like the battery trays, and these are on both sides, so you could just unpop the pin and slide them out. Even with just the door out, you have lots of room, so you can get in there, move some wires around, move some plugs if you want to. All that swapping, everything there went really good. And I really like the hard plastic panels. No Lexan on here. Even the interior is that nice hard plastics. Really nice to see a affordable buggy RTR like this. It's just another one of those things, you know, that hard plastic form and everything like that, you know, just gives that another little level of quality. And of course, being a Vanquish product, it's something that we've come to expect from Vanquish, whether it is plastic or whether it is the beautiful alloys that we've all come to enjoy and expect quality from. Same thing with the plastic. Even though it is a plastic 110 buggy, the hard plastic, the panels, it's just a little step that I think that I really, really enjoy there. In the looks and everything, overall, really thrilled with it. But all in all, overall, like the truck handled everything. I did have just a couple issues out there running it. One thing that I would like to address is the skid. I would like to get a flat skid in here just to go along, because there were some areas you could definitely see it belly up, kind of hang up on a couple areas. And again, this is a straight axle truck, and of course after some shocks I did drop it down a little bit, so it is setting a good amount low. I mean, it has a good overall stance to it. I think it looks really, really good. But with a flat skid there to clear up, that extra 5 to 7 millimeters, that can make a pretty good difference and stuff like that. So that's definitely something I'll probably look and address. Everything, as far as I know, it looks like it is basically the same VFD skid that we're used to. So there are flat skid options out there. That should be a relatively easy fix or adjustment. The only thing is maybe with this interior, because it is pretty form-fitted and tight to where it is, like the top of that transmission comes right through there. So we'll have to see if I actually have the room to bring that up, or if I have to do some modifications to the interior. I guess we'll cross that bridge when we get there. As far as driving, I did have a couple issues off and on with the link coming off of the servo horn, just simply the rod end popping off the ball. I was able to snap it back on anytime it happened there, and that could be me. I took everything apart, laid it all out, and put it all back the same. I didn't see a washer that was there on the servo horn. I could have misplaced it, but if not, it is definitely something I would recommend, just putting a washer underneath the bolt, so then that would keep the rod end from popping off the ball, or at least all the way. So that's at least an easy fix. I just didn't bring any of my hardware or any tools with me, so I just popped it back on every time it happened. And especially if you are looking to throw a stronger servo in there, it's definitely probably going to happen. The G13 has more than sufficient power, so anytime the front wheels were in a bind or they were stuck, if I tell the servo to move, it's going to move something. Whether it finds the weak point and breaks something, or it moves the whole truck, it will do so with ease. And this one, just so I found that the rod end would just pop right off the ball. If I got it kind of bound up, it would just snap, and then I'd have servo just sit there. It would do servo things, and my wheels wouldn't do anything. But like I said, easy fix. Like I said, I could have simply misplaced it, but if not, I definitely would recommend putting a washer on there to keep that from happening. The other thing, they have a couple noises from the diffs. I couldn't tell you which one, front or rear. I wasn't listening that hard, but there was some clicking, a little bit of grindage actions, and, hard acceleration, obviously, or hard braking, and occasionally a couple spots in binding. I did see a couple pictures and videos on the post about people stripping the centered gears completely out. Mine did not do that. It made it from the truck all the way through the trails, and it made it back to the truck under its own power. I said I only heard the clicking a few times, so it is something I probably will look into. Might pull them apart. Maybe there was just something in there, or something could just be loose. So if it's an easy fix like that, I'll probably just fix it and ride them out till they go. If not, I do already have some ring and pinions and lockers, everything from Super Shafty that fit these axles. So if that's the case, I may just go ahead and swap these out. That way I just don't have to worry about it a lot. But it's something I have seen posts on, and I did have a little bit of clicking. So there was that. It is something that is in the back of my mind now, that is something that I do have to pay attention to, or at least look into. Maybe just see, maybe. Again, could be something simple, or we'll just replace everything and not worry about it. So I had a blast with the truck. I had fun with it. It's not a super crawler. It's a 1/10 buggy. You've seen our rocks throughout my videos. We have some aggressive rocks, some aggressive sharp edges and breakovers and stuff like that. So for what this is and my area, I'm very, very happy with the truck. I'm not going to fault the truck because it can't clear a 6 or 7 inch straight step. It's not the truck's problem. That's my local area. So I don't fault it at all for not conquering every single line out there like it is. Now, I have seen people try to compare this to the VRD, and they're two vastly different platforms. You're not going to compare them as far as crawling goes and capabilities. They're different trucks, different types of vehicles, different axles, the whole nine. So you can't make the comparison between the two, is how I put it. So in the description below, I will have a list of everything that I've used here in the build. I'll link everything that I can. I hope you did enjoy the video. Any comments, questions, anything like that, as always, put them down below. Do my best to get everything answered. And until next time, everyone, have a great one. Crawl on.